So welcome to my laptop review first on this channel. Okay, so I basically bought this from Facebook Marketplace. This is a Dell 5490, but the seller said it was a 5480. I will even try to include the original post in this video shortly, but I'm going to tell you, when I flip this laptop around, right, when he showed it to me, it even says Latitude 5480. So I was like confused because when I turned it on, the actual device tells me it's a 5490. So what could have happened is that he has, like the previous seller has another laptop, and he took that backplate from a 5480 and he put it on this laptop, and then he swapped it for the other laptop, if that makes sense to you, because all this kind of devices have like the same build. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference in model numbers because they all look identical. So yeah, that is the story about, well, just the name. So what does the features of this laptop bring? Well, it's got an Intel i5 8th generation 350U. So it's got a ultra low processor. I think it's a 15 watt TDP. So if you got the 5491, that has the processor Edge, which is pretty much, you know, a much powerful processor. Even though it's the same i5, this one is the low power one, and that one is just a high power one, which I don't mind because the things I do on my laptop doesn't require such power, and it's actually way better than the previous laptop I had, which was this guy. This is a i7 second generation. So from a second generation to an 8th generation, that's a big bump. And look how heavy and thick this guy is. Look at that. That you cannot put on your lap. Now this is like more compact and easy to carry. And plus with the battery over here, it's just pretty much dead. It's from 2011, this laptop. And it has 2011 battery in it, so it's basically a desktop now. That's why I got a screen next to it right there. So let's take a look at the inside of the laptop. Well, you can't do one finger on this. I mean, like, you know, you can't just open the display. You need to hold it properly. So the looks of it is very good, right? Like, this has a light up keyboard, which is amazing. It's got an okay trackpad. The only problem with it is that the flippin' drivers don't even work for this trackpad. Like, you install the Dell drivers, because this is a Dell laptop. You install the flippin' Dell drivers and it makes the trackpad stop working. So I had to uninstall the Dell drivers, and then the thing just started working again. And also, it just doesn't. The camera, there is no camera there, but there is a camera slot. What is going on? I don't know. When I'll show you shortly what it means. Right. So if we're into the laptop now, this is a 1080p screen, I believe. Okay, let's just don't worry about my WhatsApp. Okay, just go away. Just WhatsApp. Just go away, WhatsApp. Jeez. Okay, now if you look here, it is a 1920 times 1080. So this is a very crystal clear screen. But what I don't like about it is that I did find a bug. Can you see here? Here is where the display connector is. So if I touch it, can you see that? I just bought this laptop and it's got already that defect, which the seller did not tell me that it did have this defect. But it's not a deal breaker. I mean, it does work unless, you know, you kind of like, you know, rough handle it a bit, then it'll just go mad. But other than that, it's a good laptop. I would say it's got 8 gigs of RAM. Let me just show you the specs real quick. Okay, let's just go to properties. As you can see, here's the specs. It's an i5 8350U. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, 64-bit, and it does come with Windows 10 Pro. So you don't have to do any sketchy things. It does come with the Windows activated already. So that is a plus sign. What else I wanted to talk about the laptop is the space. Well, it does come with a 500 gigabyte hard drive. So if you look closely, it does come with a 500 gig. But I would recommend somebody actually upgrading the hard drive to an SSD just for performance wise, because this is a bit sluggish at times. It's not terrible, but yeah, an SSD will do wonders for this machine. And yeah, this is just the Dell 5490. I mean, it's pretty sweet. It's got the amazing keyboard. It's got the backlit keyboard. You can, like, you know, 2 stages. 1, 2. That's the highest stage. And it's got this mini mouse thing that I'm probably never going to use. But sometimes the laptop actually downloads the Dell drivers, right? It's called the Dell touchpad drivers. I'm not sure if you can find it here. It's somewhere. Somewhere, guys. It's somewhere on this laptop. The Dell touchpad drivers just download by itself, and then this trackpad does not work anymore, so I have to use this little nub to go uninstall the touchpad drivers for the Dell, you flippin' you just pissed me off. But yeah, so nothing too bad. It does have an indicator light over here. Okay, so when it's charging, basically light up. Let me just show you a demonstration. I'll put this guy on charge. There we go. As you can see, it lit up. If it's done charging, it'll turn off like that. Okay, let's just close the laptop, and I want to show you what happens around it. So let's just go to this side. So this side has basically your normal USB ports. You got a USB-C, but it's not Thunderbolt, it's just a regular ass USB-C, I guess. This is an SD card reader, full size, not the micro one. I really like the micro ones these days. So I can just slot it in my phone and then slot it back in the laptop. But, you know, getting an adapter is not that bad. Then to the other side, we have a VGA, Type A, and a headphone jack. And also, this is some kind of lock, I think. I'm not sure if it's, you know, to lock it to your desk. I'm not sure if that is a real thing. Then in the back, you have the vent. Normally on laptops, it's on the side, like this one. If you take a close look, that's the vent. That's the vent right there. And on the back of this laptop, that's where the vent is. So actually, I prefer this method because, like, the heat pushes out this way. So if you got it on your lap, it wouldn't be terrible. Then you got your, I think this is to put a SIM card in, but you need to buy that slot, the WAN card, which it doesn't come with. This is an optional feature. This also is an HDMI full size, which is good, and it has another micro A. So we have 3 micro A ports, so we're not short of ports. And here's the charging thing, right on the hinge mechanism. So, and well, you got your internet. So what do I think about this laptop? The laptop was a good purchase. Other than the screen does a flickering sometimes. Looks like it's a broken screen sometimes, but hey, I would buy this again. Just, you know, I would buy it without the screen problems, because sometimes it gives me a little bit of anxiety. Like when I open it, it's not gonna work, and then all my data and the stuff I was working on is gonna go. I'm gonna have to use one of these bad boys, which it does support VGA. Okay, it does support the port, but look, I'm buying a laptop to take on the go. I'm not gonna take this big ass screen with my laptop. That defeats the purpose of a laptop. And also, it does have a 63 watt battery, I believe. It does come with a Dell charger. Came with its original charger. Still has this plastic on it, so I think the previous owner did take good care of it, but he did drop it down because there is signs of little scratches here. LCD is a bit bugged, but overall, I do love this laptop. I shouldn't be heating it like that because, you know, it could break more. But yeah, thank you for watching my Dell Latitude 5490 review, and see you next time.